Jones hits one high. It's a deep. It is out of here. 7:56. Bond stands alone.
17 seconds from Game 7 or from championship number 6. Jordan, open, Chicago with the lead.
Washington outside left. Roethlisberger has time, throws to the back of the end zone, and it is off for a touchdown by Holmes.
Minute remaining. And they're putting Curry in the pick and roll, trying to get him on Irving. Irving and Curry, one-on-one. Irving puts it up. It's good! Kyrie Irving from downtown!
We're sending it in, Jerome. That's for damn sure. We're sending it in, Jerome. That's for damn sure.
Whoa! Welcome everybody to Taproom Sports Podcast. I'm your host Jordan. Stacks on stacks on stacks. Let's joined by my guys, Swerving Irving Washington, Big Ballin' Ben Larson.
Sir.
First show live on Twitch, live on YouTube. No more Facebook Live. Facebook's a dead content. So we going.
You don't want to be part of the metaverse? Should we wear our goggles?
We trading up.
We going with what the millennials are into, and that's hold on. What's the generation after us? What's it called, Ben?
Fuck if I know.
Gen Z? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
I think it is Gen Z.
Yeah. So we're going with what all the Gen Zers like. Twitch, dude.
All these whiny ass bitches.
Whoa.
Ain't that the truth?
Whoa.
Ain't that the truth?
Whoa. Let's chill out, dude. We aren't into name calling other people.
All right.
Anyways, we are live. We are here live in Las Vegas, Irving live in Los Angeles, Ben live in Los Gatos, California.
Let's go, y'all! Back in the South Bay.
Yes, our hometown. So how is it out there, Ben?
It's good, man. It's like it never left. I mean, it's only been a couple months now, so.
Is it more gentrified than ever? I mean, it's always been gentrified, but
it's always been gentrified. It's warmer. It's like 10 degrees warmer than being up in North Bay, so.
That's not bad. That's not
bad. Back in the
sticks.
Nice,
man. Welcome back to Los Gatos. It's always a good time to be back home. But anyways, we're here obviously to talk some NFL football. Week 8, previewing picks against the spread. Irvin and I coming off an impressive 0-5, both of us. 0-10 combined.
That was 4-1 this week.
And Ben was 4-1, dude. Ben was 4-1. But I mean, like, dude, it's pretty tough to go 0-5, Irvin. The fact we both did it is very impressive, to be honest.
Isn't this week 2?
If somebody picked against all our picks, they made a whole bunch of fucking money.
Whole bunch of money, dude.
Damn. Jordan, isn't this week 2 of 0-5?
Yeah, this is 2 weeks in a row we went 0-5 on our top 5 picks. But like I always say, you know, these are picks that I make, you know, Friday night, Saturday morning with current lines, right? It's not games I actually necessarily play, but because a lot of the games I play earlier in the week with much better value. Like, for example, when I played the Falcons plus 2.5, they ended up closing minus 1.5 against the Browns a couple weeks ago. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't give out minus 1.5 because I played it at 2.5 plus 2.5. You know what I mean? So these are plays that I play on the Saturday. And I mean, I got to be better, period. Plain and simple. Like, I have to be better. I mean, 4 out of 5 of my picks were covering until the last 4 minutes of their games, and all 4 of them, dude. I mean,
my shit was looking excellent to the end.
In the over-under for the Browns-Ravens, I mean, dude, they both had a chance to kick field goals, I only lost it by half a point. And neither of them made field goals because the Ravens fumbled, and then the Browns fucking got a penalty, kicked them back to 61 yards. Fucking dude misses it.
Well, that's kind of how this year's been. It's been
horrible.
It's been a
It's been
year
wild.
that unders have been hitting at a crazy rate, especially against the spread. And
Well,
it's
unders
been,
right now
it's been
are
crazy.
60.4%, Ben.
Yeah. Yeah.
So a lot of
A
unders.
lot of unders. Yeah.
And Irv, something like both of us have alluded to in previous shows, and we actually talked about it last night, where team defenses have adapted to the passing style. They're playing two high safeties. We're seeing a lot more running the football, dude. A lot more teams focused on running the football, and I think that's the biggest difference in why we're seeing unders, because teams are controlling the clock. You know what I mean? Turnovers have also been huge. You're seeing teams with, I mean, the Giants are the luckiest fucking team on the planet. If you watch any of their games, there's no way they should be 6-1, dude.
Well, I think you could probably say that about the Eagles as well. Well, I mean, I guess they
The
should
Eagles
be
are a
6
better
and 1 because
team.
they're 6-0 because they have the best
Turnover.
Well, they have a good
the best
turnover
ratio
differential, but
and the best schedule to
yeah, and they also have like
everybody.
the worst scoring differential outside of the second quarter.
The craziest thing to me right now too is pick sixes and extra points and field goals are determining over and unders, not offenses.
Yep. No, it's true. I mean, it's I think I don't know if we talked about, Ben, you and I talked about this, but Irvin and I definitely have talked about this. Like, this year has been one of the worst years of quarterback play that I can remember in a long time, dude.
Absolutely.
It's been a lot of dog shit quarterback
Almost
play.
every single one.
Yeah, I think this is the worst year. What was that year? The Bears. What year was that? Was that like 2002, 2003? The fucking quarterback play was terrible.
When they had Kyle Orton?
Nah, I think that was before Kyle Orton. I gotta look it up. It was before Rex Grossman, because I remember that year, because only like Drew Brees, Tom Brady, Peyton Manning. It was like the top four, and then the rest, it was just a big ass drop off. That's when Aaron Brooks was at the Saints stinking it up. Well, Dante Culpepper was doing good, but remember he got hurt, so that's what really fucked his career up. But yeah, I remember. I think it was 2003 or 2004, because I remember
Kyle Orton, bro.
Because I remember we had got mad, and I was like, damn, these fucking QBs are trash.
Yeah, it's a lot of bad quarterback play right now, man. That's basically.
And Michael Vick. I think it had to be 2004, because Michael Vick was in the league then.
Yeah, I mean, it's an unprecedented time in the NFL, but I think we're seeing a change in schemes. You know what I mean? And the fact that, like, you're seeing a lot of, it's been a very pass-happy league, and maybe it's not a pass-happy league anymore because we're seeing a lot of these quarterbacks retire, these great quarterbacks. But at the same time, it's like, it's hard to pass when these defenses have adjusted. They've drafted players, faster players in space, right? They've gotten smaller linebackers to be able to cover, and right. So now it's like, how do you adjust to that? And I think we're seeing that in the run. Like, you're seeing guys like Daniel Jones thrive because he can run pass option. You're seeing that with Jalen Hurts. Like, Jalen Hurts can't read a defense if his life depended on it, but he can run a read pass option, and he can run the ball, and if his first read's open, he could throw it, right? And then you throw in guys like Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes, who not only can they read a defense, but they can make every single throw in the book, plus they can run the ball, plus they can hand it off, right? So I think we're seeing that kind of like dynamic offense playing. I mean, we saw it last night with Justin Fields and the Bears. I mean, Irvin, we talked about this. Justin Fields sucks. Like, he cannot play quarterback very well, you know?
I'm not going to say Justin Fields sucks.
Well, I will, because, I mean, statistically, he's the worst quarterback in the league, dude. And
statistically, he's not good, but I think they got to build that offense up around him before I can really judge him.
That's not a bad point, but we saw last night, he didn't even have to, like, make every throw, dude, because he was so dynamic with his legs, right? So I think we're seeing a different kind of style of play thrive. And for some reason, the one team that has the best quarterback of all these dynamic quarterbacks, and the Baltimore Ravens, seem to be the one that struggles the most, and they can't hold a lead if their life depended on it, dude.
That's because they start turning the ball over and giving up all these big plays. I don't know what it is, but man, I ain't never seen Baltimore give up so many big plays the way they do down.
And they make
especially in that second half.
I mean,
Yeah, I think they
boneheaded
should have kept
turnovers,
Yeah, they should have kept a D coordinator. I don't know why they let him leave.
and now he's in. Where is he at? New York Giants,
New York Giants.
and they're thriving, man. It's incredible what's going on right now. But you know, outside of like everything that's happening, this is a very crazy NFL year. But we're gonna figure it out, dude, and we're gonna that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna work harder and we're gonna get better because that's what we do. So let's talk about the first game, Thursday night game. Tampa Bay going into Ravens going into Tampa Bay. Baltimore's 4-3 straight up, 2-4-1 against the spread, 2-5 to the over, and they're 2-1 away. They're gonna be facing Tampa Bay, who's 3-4 straight up, 2-5 against the spread, 1-6 to the over, and 1-2 at home. Irvin, what's your initial thoughts on this game here?
What's the over under?
The total right now is
45.
45, and Baltimore is -1.5. Sorry, I forgot to give out the line. Baltimore -1.5, total 45.
Off the top of my head, I would say take the under, and I really like.
But before you even get into like the analysis on this game, like
the analysis of this game is: if the Ravens get a lead, can they hold on to it, and can the Bucks even resemble a team, even look like a team with a functional offense right now? They scored 3 points against Panthers.
Carolina.
They couldn't run the ball.
they haven't been able to run the ball all year though.
Yeah, they actually had a throw where Evans was pretty much wide open and would have been a walk-in touchdown, but he dropped it, or Brady overthrew him. I don't know which one it was. I forgot. I just saw the
It
highlight,
literally
but
hit his hands like this. He was bobbling it and dropped it.
that's all bad. But yeah, that offense, man, it looks horrible. Like the O line is in shambles, but we know that's because of injuries. Brady is dinking and dunking everything. I don't even think he's trying to push the ball downfield like that anymore. He's definitely at the end of his rope. I don't even think he should have came back. That would have sped up the Bucks minor rebuild, little retooling. Wouldn't even been.
Well, they're gonna get Mac Jones now, so
we'll see how that works out. But yeah, I'll be surprised if Baltimore loses this game, honestly, because the Bucks are just spiraling out of control.
I definitely agree with that. And I think my big thing is who's going to be the line judge out there? Is it going to be this guy who's going out and getting autographs after the game, to give them that little extra half yard when it comes down to 3rd and 1. But I think you said it right. Is the running of Tampa Bay really needs to become prevalent, because Tom has taken that step back. I mean, Jordan and I have been talking about it for 2 years now. Father Time is never undefeated. We're seeing it now. It just took a little bit longer with Tom Brady here. And, old man Brady is finally, having so many things off the field and slowing down and having a bad O-line that it's finally catching up to him. And, the numbers are a lot lower than they were in previous years. And then to only have a single kind of aspect of offense without the rush there. I mean, they're only rushing 64 yards a game.
Oh, they're 31st in running the football. I mean, they cannot run the ball.
When you don't have to, really adjust and play defense for Fournette, who is a formidable running back.
Yeah,
you don't even have to worry about that.
Yeah, he's way more of a threat out the backfield than he is running the ball right now.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think the Baltimore has a good enough defense that they can adjust to this single style of offense and really push this game.
I think this season is going to be the biggest lesson that the preseason actually matters, because everybody that actually played their starters or let them get some type of game reps or a quarter, a series, 2 series, 3 series. All those teams are doing pretty damn good right now.
I mean, I don't know if I necessarily agree with that completely, because, I mean, you're seeing teams that didn't play a lot of starters. The Eagles, they're playing well.
No, the Eagles played their starters
for like a drive. Like they didn't play their starters a ton.
Eagles have the easiest schedule, and
they do. I mean,
they're like 10 years.
They're an anomaly for sure. But I mean, we're seeing a shift philosophically in in style of play, and that's really the biggest difference. Is that a lot of these defensive have changed. Like they have the personnel to stop passes, right? They have the personnel to stop all these passing schemes. So now teams have to run the ball and establish the run, and a lot of teams can't do it. Now, normally when you talk about a Todd Bowles defense, head coach of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, first thing you always think about is they always stop the run. Well, dude, they couldn't stop the run against the Panthers. Chuba Hubbard ran all over him, dog.
Yep. And Foreman.
I mean, that was very un-Todd Bowles like, right?
Yeah.
And I don't know, short week at home. Personally, getting points at home on Thursday night, I'm gonna take the home team regardless. +2.5, +2, +1.5. I just
what's Tampa Bay's turnover ratio? Because I think that's going to be a big aspect of this game is if Lamar can not turn the ball over. I mean, he's averaging a turnover a game.
Let's see here. Baltimore.
It's usually Jimmy G status.
They're averaging over a turnover a game.
Yeah, no, sorry, Tampa Bay. Tampa defense.
Tampa's defense averaging a little over a turnover a game.
See, that's what scares me.
1.3. So, I mean, at the same time, like Tampa's defense, if you look at them, Tampa's defense, 5th overall DVOA, 6th against the pass. That's where they really thrive. 11th against the run, which is a little concerning. But I mean, like I said, last week Carolina was running all over them, which is a little concerning. But at the same time, you don't want to get very recency bias, right? Because if you just think about last week, then you're going to get caught up a lot. And I think that's why a lot of people lose in the NFL, because they only think about last week. They don't think about the entire picture and moving forward. Ben, do you have injury reports up?
Yeah. What are you looking for?
Both teams. Like, who do we have in and out?
Hold on, let me find.
Because I know
Ravens.
Tampa's
out.
Who's out for the Ravens?
J.K. Dobbins, Ajobo, Ty Bowser, and then you got all the guys on injury reserve. Beagle, Hayes, Fuller, James, Means, Ross, Pierce, and Williams.
Now, who we got out for Tampa?
Tampa Bay. Hold on, I gotta scroll down here. Tampa Bay, KJ Britt out. Logan Ryan, Giovanni Bernard, Ryan Jensen, Cam Gill, and Aaron Stinney.
Well, Ryan Jensen's
questionable.
Been out all year.
Nothing on Anthony Chelsea. Godkey is in a walking boot after the game. Winfield Jr. is unlikely to be available.
Oof. That's nasty right
Evans, limited at the walkthrough. Julio, limited at the walkthrough. Russell Gage didn't take part in the walkthrough. Cameron Brate didn't take part in the walkthrough.
Oof. I think the only thing I'm playing is the under here. But... Yeah, but I mean, it's Tuesday. Yeah. If they don't go through the walkthrough tomorrow, they ain't going to play, basically, because they're playing Thursday. I mean, I lean Tampa here plus a point, dude. I lean them here only for the simple fact that it's a quick turnaround Thursday night game, and they're at home, right? They've lost 4 of their last 5. Tom Brady lost his entire family, right? He's got to be feeling some type of way, right? Like, he's got to be fucking pissed off and motivated to at least win some football games to at least justify losing his wife and his kids.
Yeah, but his team has to do that for him, and his team is definitely not on that page. If they were on that page, they would have beat probably one of the worst teams in the league in Carolina, especially without Robbie and McCaffrey. Pittsburgh, a tight loss that they should have went in and destroyed. Kansas City lost by 10. Green Bay lost by 2. Like, especially what we've seen Green Bay this year. Yes, it's a tough matchup between Rodgers and Brady that we've seen over and over again, but like that's a game that Brady wins 8 out of 10 times. So until they prove it to me, I can't go with the Bucks. I know the Ravens, third and fourth quarter are trash, but
I think both these teams are so close though, like data wise, that it's like if Baltimore's laying 1.5 on the road, that's basically saying that they're a 5-point favorite neutral field or 4.5-point favorite neutral field. 4.5 point favorite neutral field. I don't necessarily agree.
1.5.
No, because they're 1.5-point favorites on the road. So that means neutral field, they're 4.5-point favorite.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were
that means at home they're a 7.5-point favorite. I don't really agree with that, dude. I think just off the number, I have to play Tampa here.
Yeah, I'm going Ravens.
I got to, just off the number.
Yeah, I'm riding with the quarterback that's playing better, so give me Lamar.
Is Lamar playing better? I mean, he didn't look very good against the Browns.
He's playing better than Tom Brady.
That's not a lie.
We'll see. All right, let's move on to the next game. Packers-Bills.
This is gonna be a shit show.
This is Aaron Rodgers' first time in the history of his career that he's a double-digit dog against a team. Green Bay's heading into Buffalo. Green Bay's 3-4 straight up, 2-5 against the spread, 3-4 to the over. Buffalo's 5-1 straight up, 4-1-1 against the spread, 1-5 to the over. Right now, Buffalo's laying 10.5 at home. The total's 47.5. Buffalo money line minus 500, Green Bay plus 375. What do you guys think about this one, Ben?
I mean, I think this is kind of the same thing with the Bucks as I'm looking at with Green Bay, is that they have to prove it to me before I can even back them. I know 11.5 points is a lot here, but when you're going up against one of the best offenses and one of the best defenses in the league, with the way that you've played, not having an offense a passing kind of prowess like you've had over the last few years with Scanling, with oh my God, why can't I think of the writer now? Adams. Like to see what they're going through now, averaging only 238 on a per game here with 18 points. I think I'm gonna go with 11.5 and go Bills. Bills haven't showed me anything to prove otherwise, other than a pass defense that is mediocre, but they're going against a mediocre pass offense. 11 points is a lot, but
Irv?
Yeah, 11 points is a lot, but they was favored by 14 against the Steelers, and the Steelers are pretty.
Okay, the Steelers don't have Aaron Rodgers. Let me just throw that out there.
The Steelers are playing better football than the damn Packers, right? The Packers just lost to Washington.
Yeah.
So even if it was 14, I would still feel comfortable taking the Bills right now.
14.
It's unfortunate that the Packers are going up against the Bills after that tough loss against Washington.
Yeah, I don't see them. The defense is hanging in there. The offense has got to put up more points and be more consistent and sustain drives. I don't know if they're going to be able to do that against the Bills, because the Bills' pass rush is legit, and the Packers have struggled to protect Aaron Rodgers.
Well, this is the thing, and this is why I like the Packers here, plus 10.5. The Bills are 28th DVOA against the rush, and the Packers can run the ball with A.J. Dillon and Aaron Jones. On the flip side, Packers are 11th DVOA against the pass, but they're 31st against the rush. Like, they do not stop the run, but the Bills don't run the ball. Right? So that changes everything. I mean, the Bills are 28th DVOA rushing the ball just because they don't run it. Like, they just don't run it. They don't. Yeah. It's not that they suck at running the ball. They just don't do it. So I think that's going to... Go ahead.
Sorry. I think you just to compound that is they're going to have to run the ball because now you have Lazard who's in a shoulder injury.
Yeah, I think he's out for a couple weeks.
Who's out? Yeah. So they're going to have to run the ball.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's like if I'm the Packers, like especially if I'm Matt LaFleur, dude, and I'm looking at the last couple of weeks, I'm like, okay, we have to run the ball. Like we cannot be dropping back, throwing the ball 30 plus times a game. I mean, against the Washington Commies, they literally abandoned the run, and it cost them the game. Right? They were winning the game, and they totally abandoned the run, and they can't stop the run, and that's what the Commanders want to do. They want to run the football, right? So I think that this matchup, we're talking about matchups here. I'm not saying the Packers are going to win this game, but they are definitely going to cover this spread because of the fact that, these two teams, the matchup just, it favors a closer game, right? I'd probably lean the under. I think it's going to be an under type game. I think it's going to be low scoring. And for that reason, giving me 2 touchdowns or almost 2+ scores, I'm definitely going to take the Packers. This is best bet material. Give me the Packers plus 10.5. I'm not going to take any recency bias. Plus, the Packers are going into a bye week, and we know the history in the last 10 years. 74% of teams going into the bye week are hitting ATS.
Yeah, I mean, I would definitely go the under here. I mean, I think the big part of the under is the defensive play of the Bills, though. But I just don't see, I don't see Green Bay really pushing to the run, though. I mean, not with Rodgers back there. He's going to throw to
no, because that's
whoever.
That's what they've done the best, dude. If you look at Green Bay offensively, DVOA, where do I got Green Bay at? Right here, 14th rushing DVOA. And that even takes into account last week when they totally abandoned the run. I mean, they just literally stopped running the ball.
Look at Buffalo defense against the run, though. What are they DVOA? Like 5th?
No, I literally just said that. Buffalo defense DVOA against the run, number 1.
Yeah, like they're not allowing the run. So with a QB who wants to throw the ball, who doesn't have any wide receivers. Whoa. And their best offensive firepower right now is the run. Green Bay doesn't run. They can run. They have 2 great running backs, but
what's
they have
the weather
to go
like
down
in
that
Tampa?
Route, and you have
what's the weather like in Tampa this weekend?
Give me a weather report. Raining in New York.
How cold?
45 degrees and rain.
I mean,
they're gonna have to run. I mean, I think the under is a great bet here at 47.5.
Green Bay's used to cold weather too. It's not like this is unusual territory.
And the Bills aren't?
No, I'm saying that like I don't think the cold rain has to do anything. I mean,
think the rain is going to play a big aspect of this game.
I would take the under just for the simple fact that Green Bay's offense looks like a fucking joke, and Buffalo doesn't like to run the ball. You know what I mean? Like I think those 2 things right there, I think already lean to the under. But under 45 and laying more than 10 points. I mean, that's
47.5.
Yeah, that's a lot, dude. So you're basically saying that you're basically saying that this game's gonna be like 24-3, 24-10.
Yeah, that's 24-3 is and 24-10 is still 11.5 points. Yeah. 24-10 is a 14-point swing there. 24-3 is a 21-point swing.
I don't know, man. I've seen Buffalo likes to turn the ball over sometimes. Coming off a bye, I mean, I would lean them, but 10.5's a lot, especially against Aaron Rodgers, dude.
10.5 is a lot.
At this point, it's disrespectful to this man, dude. Like he's gotta wake up and be like, yo, this is disrespectful. Like we're 10.5-point dogs. Like what the fuck is going on right now?
I mean, it should have been disrespectful last week. It should have been after they lost to the Jets. It should have been disrespectful 2 weeks ago when they lost to the Giants. Like,
well, the Giants
and then they came out and lost to the Commies. Like,
what do you think, Irv? What's going on in your mind, dude? I see you over here fucking shaking your head. What the fuck's going on in your head?
Pack them up, bro. They're not. I don't think this game gonna be close at all, man. Because
but the Bills don't run the ball.
But they don't do. Do they have to run the ball against the damn? They don't have.
In 45 and rain though.
I mean,
so
dude, the Packers
they
are good
might.
against the pass though. Like that's one thing they're good at.
Hey, so they might be good against the pass, but have they faced a QB like Josh Allen? Have they faced a wide receiver like Stephon Diggs?
Yeah, but look
And
at
you
the
got to
games
think,
they've lost to. They've lost to all rushing teams. They lost to the fucking uh well, I mean the Jets they lost to because of special teams. And that's the Bills' problem too. The Bills don't have great special teams either. You know, let's not forget that.
Josh Allen makes up for a lot of that.
Okay, but they lost to the Giants because they couldn't stop Saquon Barkley. They lost to the Commies because they fucking
Say Josh Allen is probably just as good as Barkley at this point.
maybe,
Running
but
the
I
ball.
mean, bro, there's no way Buffalo's putting Josh Allen in that situation of him running the football like that all game because if he gets hurt, their season's over.
Yeah, they probably won't do that, but I think they're gonna run the ball enough to make Green Bay respect the run, especially when it's gonna be raining. They're probably gonna try to hit them over the top with play action or try to attack the middle of the field because Jair Alexander is a top 5 corner. He's damn good. So I don't think they're gonna be throwing at him that much often. Rasul Douglas is having a good year too, but he's not Jair Alexander. And plus, those two safeties, man, they got to step up
For Green Bay?
for Green Bay because in the running game and in the pass game, because even a little bit of the game I did catch, Washington was killing them over the middle.
Well, the biggest problem is that the safeties always have to help to stop the run because that fucking defensive line sucks. And that's the issue. So, but that's the thing is like you don't even have to play the run against Buffalo because you know they're not going to run it.
But what if they going to run it? It's going to be raining. So I think they run the ball at least 15, 20 times.
I mean, dude, I'll believe it when I see it.
Plus you got to factor in Josh Allen's legs too. So
Yeah, but that's the thing is like I don't think, and you know, Buffalo's head coach. Why is his name slipping my?
Sean McDermott.
Sean McDermott. He came out and like after the Packers game. I mean, after the Chiefs game, and he said like we can't be running Josh McDaniels that much because he's taking too many hits and we're putting him in jeopardy to get hurt. And if he is hurt,
he's taking too many hits because he can easily get out of bounds. He the one that's trying to fight for extra yards and run people over. And shit.
Yeah, but you can't be running your quarterback like that, especially a dude like that, because then
but a lot of his runs aren't like designed though.
No, they're not. But that's because they don't run the ball.
I don't know, man. I just don't see. I see the Packers can realistically stay within a touchdown. I don't think they're gonna go out there and just get that. There is a possibility they could go out there and get their ass handed to them, but
I mean, they haven't got their ass beat by anybody though. Every game they've been in has been close.
This would be the team that'll do it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's disrespectful to Aaron Rodgers. Give me the Packers plus the points
Well,
here.
losing to the teams he lost to is disrespectful too. So
Yeah, but he wasn't 10.5-point dogs to them. All right.
Well, yeah, but it's Washington, it's the Jets, it's the Giants. Like,
Okay, but
no
those are
business.
NFL.
we're not talking about the
those
best.
are NFL
we're
football.
not talking
Those
about
are
the best team.
These are NFL football teams, dude. I don't expect.
Yeah, but there's a difference between the
We get
ceiling and the
that.
floor.
But you have pretty much a top 5, top 6 quarterback of all time. Ain't no in hell he should be losing to those teams. And
Bro,
I
it
don't
happens.
care
These
about
are
they're
NFL football
professionals. Of course,
teams.
they professionals too.
Yeah, they're professionals. Like he's not gonna win
Yeah, but
every
there's a
single.
difference between the ceiling. And
Yeah,
the floor.
we get it, but we know there's levels to being professional.
Nah, because this team overall isn't that good. But they're not gonna lose by 10.
Okay, their team overall isn't that good, but you telling me that team doesn't have more talent than the Commanders and the Jets?
I think
they did
the
lose
Commanders
big to the
offensively
Jets.
have more talent than the Packers outside of the quarterback position. Like if you were to ask,
that's it.
I mean, Brian Robinson Jr. is nice.
He's not better than Aaron Jones or Dylan.
I agree, but I would definitely take Curtis Samuel. I would take fucking Terry McLaurin.
Yeah, I said it.
I would take all their wide receivers over
receivers.
every wide receiver for the Packers.
Do they got a better defense than the Packers?
Yeah.
No. Do they got a better quarterback than the Packers? No.
But their defense isn't bad. I mean, they definitely have a better defensive line than the Packers. They definitely have better linebackers than the Packers.
Yeah, because that defensive line got 5, 6 first-round picks on it?
Yeah, but they have a better defensive line. They have better linebackers. The only thing they don't have better than the Packers is a secondary. You know what I mean? And then the Giants and Jets, the only reason why they couldn't stop, the only reason why they lost to them is because the Jets, they lost to them because of special teams. There was 2 pump blocks, dude.
This just goes to show how down bad the Packers are. You're defending them lose.
Well, they can't stop the run, but the Bills don't run the ball. The Bills they're 31st in the league DVOA running the ball because they literally just don't do it. They haven't done it against anybody. I mean, the Chiefs can't stop the run either. They didn't run the ball against the Chiefs.
They don't have. Do they have to run the ball against the Packers to win?
Yeah, because the Packers have a better pass defense than the Chiefs do.
Another big thing, Bills have been preparing for this for 2 weeks.
Sure, but the Packers are going on a bye next week, and Aaron Rodgers got his fucking ayahuasca getting ready for his Halloween party. Give me the
You got a lot of faith in these Packers.
Give me the Packers plus the 10.5. I'm not expecting them to win, but they will fucking cover this game. I can guarantee it.
You thought the Steelers were going to cover too, that 14.
Against who?
The Bills.
I didn't say they were going to cover against the Bills.
Yes, you did. You said that's too many points. They're professionals.
I never said the Steelers were going to cover. I said I wouldn't play that shit. I never said that. Pull up the audio.
I'm not going to play this 11.5 either, but
yeah, if anything, I'm playing the under. Because every game we expect to go over goes under. So, and there's going to be inclement weather because I'm pretty sure it's going to be raining all damn game.
Yep. And cold as fuck. Yeah.
All right, let's talk about this next game. We got the Pats at the Jets. I'm sorry, the Pats at the Jets. Right now, New England -1.5. The total is 40.5. New England is 3-4 straight up, 3-3-1 against the spread, 4-3 to the over. The Jets are 5-2 straight up, 5-2 against the spread, 3-4 to the over. Or what's your thoughts on this game here? I think who's starting quarterback for the Patriots, first of all?
It might be. More than likely, I think it's going to be Zappy. Well, Belichick, you never know. We ain't going to know till game time. But
hasn't been announced yet.
Yeah. So honestly, I think that's what this game is going to come down to is the quarterback play because we both know both defenses are solid. Even though the Pats look kind of suspect against the Bears, if the Bears could expose that defense like that, the Jets can too. The Jets did lose Breece Hall, but they trade for James Robinson. So
it's going to take him a little bit to get acclimated, though.
Yeah,
that was a good move.
I think the other big thing is, they're losing Barrett Tucker as well. Yeah, Elijah Moore is going to be game time. Like, the Jets are a little bit banged up, which is what worries me about this game.
Yeah, but that secondary and that defensive line, I think that'll be enough to hold the Patriots at bay. Yeah. And they just got to get some timely scores. I think they could win. This is definitely a 17-10, probably 17-7, max 20-17 type game, unless we have a whole bunch of turnovers.
Which, depending on the QB, can happen.
I like the Jets. I like the Pats here, dude. And the reason being is that New England's defense, excellent. All right. 9th DVOA. They're dog shit against the run, though. 28th DVOA against the run, but they're 5th against the pass. Breece Hall out. You bring in a new guy, Robinson, right? He's going to have to learn the playbook. I don't know how fast he's going to get acclimated. Plus...
You talk about the Pats D, though, but where's the Jets D sitting at?
Well, doesn't matter when Bailey Zappi's the quarterback. But anyways, Jets D...
No, it doesn't matter. Don't put...
Jets D's 10th DVOA. They're 10th against the pass, 14th against the run. And the New England Patriots, excellent running the football. They are, right now...
They're only running a whole 5 yards more per game on average.
Yeah, but I mean... They're a good running football team, dude. If Bailey Zappi starts this game, the Patriots win this game. I don't even care. Like, they're gonna win this game. They're gonna cover. If Mac Jones starts this game, I'm not as confident in this. But I do think that this game, because Breece Hall gets injured, I do think it leans more towards the Patriots here for the simple fact that they're not good against the run. But
the Patriots might not have their starting center, or I think they might have like 2 or 3 injuries on the O line though.
They'll figure it out. They do have injuries on their own line. Both these teams do, to be honest. You know what I mean? But I mean, the Jets, like, dude, the Jets offensively right now are one of the worst teams in the league, dude. Like, I don't know how they continue to win games, dude. They're 23rd in passing, 11th in rushing, and they lose their best player. Brees Hall was definitely their best player this year.
Yeah, he was balling.
Yeah, David Andrews entered concussion protocol Tuesday. Duggar, well, he was questionable, but he left the game against the Bears. Let's see, and those are the most recent outs. And then Bourne, Barrymore, Wade, is it Uchi, and Wynn are all questionable. I don't know. This is a tough one here.
Yeah, it's a tough game.
I like the Pats here, dude.
What's the over under?
40 and a half. Probably lean the under just because the Jets can't really score. How many points are the Jets putting up a game? Like fucking 17?
22.7. Pats 22.1.
How many of those points that the Jets are putting up are fucking defensive or special teams points?
I don't have that breakdown.
Because I mean they don't put them up offensively, dude.
Yeah.
Like they're really bad. I mean if the Broncos last weekend, if they had competent quarterback play, they win that game. Like there's no reason.
You can't even say competent quarterback play.
The Broncos are a hell of a lot better if they had competent quarterback play in any of their games. They're winning them.
We missed 2 field goals and an extra point, and we had I think 11 or 12 more penalties. Man, it's bad, bro.
Yeah, the Broncos should have won that game, dude. It literally took that was like an anomaly win, and that's what the Jets have. Like all their wins, like
it did. Sauce was grabbing the fuck out of
dude. He was
that 4th down.
Oh my god, Cortland Sutton, dude. He was grabbing them. He grabbed him by the horse collar when he was fucking running his route. Like that was the most obvious pass interference I've ever seen in my life, dude.
They did not call it, but
and you know I like Sauce Gardner.
Yeah,
but that shit was atrocious, dude.
That's our season, man. Penalties, missed opportunities. Get you 2-5.
It is what it is, man. I like the Pats here. I don't think the Jets are that good of a team. I think the Pats are a much better team. I think the Jets have been beneficiaries of a lot of luck. And if you look at all their data, it tends to read to a regression coming. And I think it's coming. Dude. Just like the Giants. I think the Giants' regression is coming as well. Like, it's bound to happen. The hardest thing to be consistent at is getting turnovers. It's something you can't really predict all the time. And, you know, the Jets beat the Packers on 2 block punts, dude. I mean, the odds of that happening, if you bet it, are probably like plus 20,000. You know what I mean? Like, it's just very rare. So I like the Pats here. I don't lean it. I like the Pats here. Like I'm gonna play the Pats. I don't know about y'all, but I don't ride week to week trends, dude. Like this
I completely agree with what you're saying there, but I don't see what is making the Patriots. You talk about the Jets are have that pattern that it's about time they're going to regress, but I don't see what is really proving that the Patriots are going to make that step up.
Well, the Patriots run the ball well, and Bailey Zappi is a good quarterback.
The run really well.
Sure, they're stopping the run really well now, or is what are they defense right now? Stopping the run. They are
DVOA, I don't know.
14th DVOA, 10th against the pass. So I mean, they're like middle of the pack stopping the run, right?
Yeah, but if the Patriots down 2 or 3 starting linemen, that's not going to help them in the run game.
Yeah, but so are the Jets, and the Jets can't even throw the Jets are much worse throwing the ball than the Pats are.
But we're talking about their defense is healthy though.
So is the Patriots defense.
I know, but what does the Patriots defense got to do with the Jets defense taking advantage of a
Yeah, but the thing is that the Jets are so bad. Their quarterback play is so terrible.
Okay, I get that, but we're talking about them being able to stop the run.
Okay, so they stopped the run, but okay, they both teams stopped the run, right? Who's the better quarterback, Bailey Zappi or Zach Wilson?
Milf Hunter.
Yes, I'll punt that one. They're about the same.
Nah, Bailey Zappi is way better than Zach Wilson, dude. What has Zach Wilson shown you, dude? He sucks.
Bailey Zappi's only been in for what, 20 plays?
And he looks 20 plays. He's 3-0 as a starter. What are we talking about here?
Okay, and who does he beat? He beat
the Packers, the Browns.
The good. Browns aren't good.
The Browns are a good team.
No, they're not.
Dude,
they did not beat the Packers.
Or they
beat
lost
Detroit. They beat Cleveland.
He came in the middle of the Packers game. But the Patriots were dead in the water until Bailey Zappi came in that game. Just like they were dead in the water in the Bears game. The only reason why they lost to the Bears is because they couldn't fucking stop the run.
I mean, Bailey Zappi had 188 yards, a touchdown, and an interception.
He almost threw 2, so
his percentage is good versus the Lions there. But who hasn't had a good,
probably the worst defense in the league.
Yeah. And then hold on, I'm pulling up the other game here. Cleveland.
They beat the dog shit out of Cleveland.
Zappi 24 and 34, 309, 2 touchdowns. Okay. Played good that game.
That's more yards than Zach Wilson's thrown in this entire season.
Okay, but Zach Wilson has a better team around him.
Does he?
Patriots aren't that good, bro. They're just coached by Bill Belichick.
Are the Jets that good?
I like their talent more than I like the Patriots' talent.
What talent? Elijah Moore ain't playing.
I like their
Brees Hall ain't playing.
I like their running back. The O-line ain't healthy. So
James Robinson hasn't played a down for the Jets. He's barely even carried the ball for the Jags.
I'm pretty sure they're going to get it some type of... I'm pretty sure it's going to be a good 10 to 15 plays they could have down for them by Sunday.
Bro, the Jets quarterbacks... Dude, Zach Wilson sucks. He's not a good quarterback at all.
Okay. He's still 5-2, though, so...
No, he's not.
The Jets are 5-2.
Yeah, and he only played 3 games.
Played 4.
4 games.
He's 60%, 693 yards, averaging 173 yards a game.
Bro's barely better than Justin Fields. Zach Wilson, QBR 20th in the league, QBR 48.6. He's not even fucking at average. DVOA quarterback, he's negative 9.3%. That's 25th in the league. Quarterback variance 26 in the league, dude. He sucks, bro. 57% completion percentage. He's not good. I'm sorry. You can talk about his potential, but he's not good.
Bailey Zappi
is much higher than him. Let me see here. Bailey Zappi, he is not even qualified because he doesn't have as many passes, but Bailey Zappi, better quarterback. Bailey Zappi actually better than Dak Prescott too, according to DVOA.
Okay, that's fine, but this is probably the best secondary he's faced all season, probably.
Yeah, sure. Especially if they let him get away with pass interference.
Yeah, so
to be honest, I don't like any bet in this game.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave this one alone.
40.5 is low.
Yeah, because they could easily go over any turnovers or any like bad position.
Yeah, 40.5 is low, and then I think this can go either way, especially at the 1.5.
The Patriots as well. 6-1 in their last 7 against the spread against the Jets. Bill Belichick notoriously.
But the Jets have been horrible for the last.
Bill Belichick notoriously does not like the Jets because they did fire him. So he does have like a personal vendetta against the Jets. So
I thought he left the Jets. They fired him?
Yeah, they fired him. So he usually gets up for the Jets games. Big time.
I thought the Browns fired him and he left the Jets to join the Patriots.
Nah, he got fired from the Jets.
Oh, damn.
Yep. All right, let's talk about this next game. Giants versus Seahawks. Giants heading into Seattle right now. Giants +3, Seattle -3. The total is 45. Right now, the Giants are 6-1 straight up, 6-1 against the spread, 1-5-1 to the over, and they're 2-0 away. Seattle 4-3 straight up, 4-3 ATS, 4-3 to the over, and they're 2-1 at home. What's your thoughts on this one, Irv?
It's gonna come down to, are the Seahawks getting better as we speak, or is the Giants just a lucky ass 5-1, 6-1 team?
The Giants are a lucky ass 6-1 team. I'll tell you that right now.
Seahawks do have a true home field advantage. They do play better at home than they do on the. Well, they just had a decent road win. I wouldn't even call that a road win because I'm pretty sure it was more Seahawks fans in the stands than it was Charger fans. But I don't know. It's tough to beat Seattle at home, man. So
it is.
I think the Giants can cover because they +3. I can see this game coming down to a field goal. The only thing is the Giants have to stop the run. You can't let the Seahawks run the ball, and then that's when Geno could get comfortable and kill you with play action, But is DK out for the season, or he just gonna miss a couple weeks?
He's out indefinitely, so he's definitely missing this game.
Okay, so
DK is listed as questionable.
Because he got carted off, so I'll be.
Nah, he's not gonna play this game, dude. He's not.
Didn't DK also get carted off?
Yeah, to take a shit. But nah,
take a shit. Yeah, but yeah, does he? So Pete Carroll said on Monday that he does not need surgery.
Yeah, I don't think
it's listed as questionable.
But the Giants they're 29 DVOA defense, dude. They're 30th against the rush. They're 26th against the pass. I mean, if you watch that Jacksonville game against the Giants, I mean, if you watch every Giants game, like, teams have moved the ball against them, right? Their red zone defense.
But you say the same thing about Seattle.
No, but Seattle's gotten much better defensively in the last few weeks, dude. A lot better, and that's the difference. It took literally the reason why the Jags lost was because of Christian Kirk catches a ball 1 yard beyond the end zone, but even before that, like Travis Etienne. Before the end of the first half, going down, he's at the 6 yard line and literally fumbles the ball because his knee hits the ball, right? It's not even that the Giants defense forced a fumble. Like, he literally unforced fumbles the football, literally cost the Jaguars the fucking game, basically, at the end of the day. The Jaguars' best thing is that they run the ball very well, obviously, with Saquon Barkley, Daniel Jones. They're one of the best rushing teams in the league. But Seattle, they're 17th against the rush, but they've been much better in the last few weeks. 4 weeks ago, they were 28th against the rush. So we're seeing a lot of improvement in this defense as time goes on.
Or the teams are they just facing teams that's not running the ball?
No, they're trying to run the ball.
Because did they give up a lot of rush yards to New Orleans?
Yes. Didn't give any up to Arizona. Barely any last week as well.
New Orleans, they allowed 235 rushing yards.
Yeah, and plus you got to factor in the what's names are pretty banged up at running back.
Who?
Your Cardinals.
Yeah, but they got Benjamin looking really nice. Beat the shit out of the Saints.
Not look good against the Seahawks, though.
Yeah, but then he couldn't. But then he beat the shit out of the Saints. That's what I'm saying. Like, you can't take this on a week-to-week basis. And he literally
you just
Seahawks
on a week-to-week basis. You said they started off terrible against the run, and then they played two teams that don't really run the ball like that. So it's gonna make
because the Cardinals run the ball. Like, the Cardinals wanna. They literally want to run the ball. Like, that's how they start their offense off. Look at all their wins, dude.
44.
And then if they get stifled, they completely go away from it.
But because they're not gonna continue to fucking beat a dead horse. But if you look at when the Cardinals win, they run the ball well. If you look at when they lose, they don't run the ball.
Seahawks a good defense at stopping the run, or they're just good against teams that don't run the ball?
Well, the Cardinals run the ball until they can't.
The Cardinals tried to run the ball. If it wasn't for Kyler, then they have 40 to 44 yards.
Honestly, I think their secondary is better
on 18 attempts.
I think the Seahawks secondary is better than what people thought it would be, and that's kind of helping them a lot. But I don't think their front seven is anything special. If the Saints could rush for 200 and some yards, and that's a running team, I think any team that actually runs the ball can run the ball on the Seahawks.
Benjamin and Keontae Murray, 44 yards on 18 attempts. Kyler is what ran the ball against.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like,
Seattle.
They lost that game because they couldn't run the ball, though. Right?
It's the Cardinals. I don't think it's anything special that the Seahawks was doing. It's just y'all suck at running the ball.
But they ran the ball against the Saints, which is a much better run defense than the Seahawks.
That's an anomaly. That's not gonna happen all the time.
Okay, so maybe it's an anomaly that the Seahawks let the Saints run the ball for 200 and something yards.
Hell no.
Nah, it's only when you want it to be an anomaly.
No, I'm just saying you're trying to give them credit for being good against the run or getting better.
They're better. They're improving. The last 3 weeks they've improved.
Yeah,
am I right or am I wrong? Is that a fact or is it not?
But they play teams that don't run the ball.
Are they improving as a defense? Yes or no? Okay, I don't care about running the football only.
Yeah, they are improving, but you're putting too much stock into that.
Dude. They just shit on the fucking Chargers in LA.
Who are
the Chargers are a much better offensive team than the Giants. Yes or no?
Yes, they are, but their defense is out like 6 damn starters.
Okay. Is the Giants a better offensive team than the Chargers? Yes or no?
Better offensive team than the Giants. Yes, they are.
This year?
This year, yes.
Is the Giants a better defensive team than the Chargers?
Shit, right. If you look at the
right
stats,
now,
yes. But if you look at the Chargers are healthy, I don't think
that's a lie.
I don't think the Seahawks offense does what they does against a healthy Chargers defense.
Agreed.
Well,
100% agree.
They did, and they keep doing it to every offense.
Yeah, because the Chargers were injured.
Exactly. You throwing out they
keep beating every defense.
If we were in a bubble, the Chargers would have ran over.
Who's a better team, the Chargers or the Giants?
That's not what you're saying.
Who's a better team, the Chargers or the Giants?
The Giants.
No.
At this point, the Giants, because the Chargers are injured.
No way. No way, dude.
Because the Chargers are injured.
I don't give a fuck all the injuries, dude. There's no way that the Giants are not a good football team, dude. They're not.
The Giants defense right now with all their starters and not missing any projected starters are going to be better than a team that's missing damn near 5 or 6 starters on defense.
The Giants are missing on defense. They're missing starting cornerback,
one linebacker. That's
a linebacker, Flott. Who's a cornerback?
Flott would say Flott's not the starter.
They're missing Robinson, cornerback. Williams, cornerback. I mean, dude, they're down to like practice squad cornerbacks.
Okay, that's not Joey Bosa. That's not J.C. Jackson. That's not Tranquil, who's missed how many games?
Bro, give me the Seahawks.
The Chargers are fucking banged up. And the Seahawks' best performances are against teams either injured or have a dog shit defense.
Give me the Seahawks -3. This is easy money too. This is probably the easiest bet of the week, if I'm being honest.
That's fine. They can beat the Giants. We all know the Giants aren't as good as advertised.
That's my point.
And they're at home, so they should win. But throwing out all those stats like the Seahawks are becoming one of the better teams.
No, I'm just saying they're improving defensively. I'm not saying that they're a great team or anything, but I'm saying they're better than the Giants. And you want to use all these other. You want to use them losing to the Saints, but then you turn around and be like, oh well. they only beat the Chargers because of injuries, blah blah blah. But it's like,
Yeah. So you telling me? If the Chargers had J.C. Jackson, if they had Joey Bosa, if they had half those starters back, that's a totally different game.
maybe, I mean, we could put a lot of shit in a vacuum.
So let's just keep
That's
it
part of
100.
football. That's part of football.
A healthy Dodgers.
I could tell you right now, if the Giants had to play every team healthy, they'd probably be fucking 1-5 right now.
Well, most of the teams they beat are healthy. They wouldn't have like major injuries.
Nah, they face a lot of teams that are banged up in such. I mean, they've had a pretty easy schedule too, if we're being honest. I mean, they played the Panthers, who fucking suck. Panthers only beat the Bucks. They also beat who else did the Giants beat, Ben?
They beat
Baltimore, Green Bay.
Yeah,
Chicago.
But Baltimore took a fucking missed snap over fucking Lamar's head for them to fucking win that game. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, dude, it's taken an absurd amount of luck for this team to win these kind of games, dude. So I'm not big on them.
And it's taking Geno Smith looking like a top 10 QB for them to be competitive.
Maybe Geno is a top 10 QB.
It's not.
He's sure looking like it. He's sure looking like it.
So which way you think is gonna last longer? Geno Smith being a top 10 QB, or Brian Dabble continue to coach the way he's
But
coached?
it's not even Brian Dabble coaching, dude. It's an absurd amount of luck that's happening to him. I mean, dude, like, let's be honest, bro. They beat Tennessee, good win. They beat Carolina. Dallas handled them at home. They beat the fucking Bears. The Bears have the worst quarterback in the last 50 years playing for them. They beat Green Bay in London. Solid win, dude. Solid win. I'll give them that. But, I mean, dude, it took a miracle. I mean, the fact they won that game, I still can't believe it. They beat Baltimore. It literally took fucking a fumble over Lamar's head for them to win that game. What are the odds of that shit happening?
And it took the Chargers not having almost half their damn defense for the Seahawks to beat them. So it's pretty much the same thing.
And a 3-point win over Detroit where they allowed 45 points.
Yeah, and they put up how many points?
48.
So they should win.
Dog shit defense.
Yeah, so they should win because they're at home. But I'm not buying that the Seahawks are contenders. Not ever.
I'm not saying they're contenders, dude. I'm saying they're better than the Giants, and they're at home.
You can't say that. Because you can't just say all the Giants teams make mistakes. You can't just say that's luck.
It is luck, though. They're not creating that. It's literally, they're not creating the center shit, snapping it over the dude's head. That's not them doing it. That's luck.
And even in that game, they still had to stop the Ravens again to win the game.
Dude, they play that game 100 more times. The Ravens win 99 times.
Okay, but they lost when it mattered. So
sure,
solid
win, dude. Bank yourself on it. Bank the Giants on it, dude. If you think the Giants are good,
banking on nothing. I don't even like this game. I think the Seahawks gonna win because they at home. But let's give the Giants credit for being 6-1. Is they gonna make the playoffs? Cool. Maybe not.
They're 6-1, dude. They're the worst 6-1 team I've ever seen in my entire life.
Maybe so. Nah, because the Broncos started off 6-0.
Yeah, and Philly's 6-0 right now. So
Philly's the worst 6-0 team I've ever seen.
You only can beat who you play. So let's give them we're giving them the benefit of the doubt until they play the Cowboys or the Eagles, or another team that's pretty damn good.
And you look at it, they've lost to every good team they played, except for Baltimore and Green Bay.
They only lost once.
And jury's out on Green Bay.
So they're 2-1 against good teams, huh?
And jury's out on Green Bay. And they lost to Dallas. That's their one loss at home. And they're gonna lose to Seattle, and then they're gonna be 6-2, and they'll probably finish the season fucking 8-9, and then everyone will say, "Well, I mean, at one point they were 6-1. What happened to them?" Dude, regression to the mean is gonna happen to them. That's the truth.
Could be, but I'm not saying they don't have no shot at winning this weekend. They could win, but I don't.
They absolutely, dude. It's the NFL, man. Anything can happen any given Sunday.
I don't think they win in Seattle, but it's definitely a chance that they could cover. They haven't got blown out. I think they lost to Dallas by what, 6 points or a field goal, or what was the score?
7 points, 23-16.
Okay, so yeah.
Anybody can win any given Sunday, man. Can always happen. All right, let's get some best bets, man.
Let's go, y'all.
We still got 2 more games to talk about.
Hold on, what?
Or we go over that. San Francisco, LA, Raiders, Saints.
Oh shit.
San Fran owns the Rams at SoFi, so
San Francisco owns the
San
Rams.
Francisco
in
looked
general.
like shit last weekend.
they did. But I think they bounced back. It's a rivalry.
They just gotta get healthy, dude. San Francisco gotta get healthy. Right now
Well,
the
Jimmy G has to play smart too. Jimmy G played like a fucking idiot last
Niners
game.
-1.5 on the road, total 43. Niners 3-4 straight up, 3-4 against the spread, 2-5 to the over. Rams 3-3 straight up, 2-4 ATS, 1-5 to the over. You guys like? I like the Niners in this spot, dude. To be honest,
I like the Niners too.
Yeah, I think CMC having another full week practice is going to be a good thing too.
The Rams haven't looked good all year, so
all year. I think it's beneficial for the Rams to get a week off because they can get a little more healthy. But I mean, like, even with the guys, they've been fairly healthy all season and they look like shit. You know what I mean? It's like, so
it's just Stafford turning the ball over too much.
Yep. And
when he turns the ball over for some reason, it's a pick six. So
6 touchdowns, 8 interceptions.
Yeah,
I do think it is a little worrisome that the Niners are just they're really banged up defensively, but I mean they're getting a lot of guys back. I mean a lot of guys are off the injury report this week, so Eric Armstead should also be back, which adds a little bit more depth to that defensive line. So I like them there. We're all in agreement there. What was the last game we had?
LA, New Orleans.
Las Vegas, New Orleans. We got Las Vegas 2-4 straight up, 3-3 against the spread, 4-2 to the over, and they're 0-3 away. New Orleans 2-5 straight up, 2-5 against the spread, 5-2 to the over. Right now, Las Vegas lane 2 on the road at New Orleans. The total is 49.5 here. Where are you guys going here? I kind of lean the Saints here, dude. Plus the 2 points.
Saints with the under, as long as they don't throw 2 pick sixes like they did against the Cardinals, because that was the difference in the game.
Yeah, I mean the Saints got to get healthy, man. They got a lot of guys out. Lattimore's questionable though.
Kind of like the over here. Trend's definitely pointing to that. I mean, 50's a lot though.
50 is a lot. I definitely think if the Saints like they get some of their defensive guys back, like I think it benefits them. But I mean, dude, the Raiders laying points on the road, that's crazy.
You're saying they're a 5-point difference, 5-point better team?
I think a lot of it has to do with injuries. Michael Thomas questionable on Sunday. Is Olave coming back on Sunday? I think that has a lot to do with it. I mean, just a lot of injuries for the Saints, too. They got to overcome a lot of these injuries. I think once they overcome these injuries, they're obviously going to be a much better team.
Yeah, they could win the division if they get healthy.
Yeah.
Is Smoke Monday any good? What kind of parents name their kids Smoke Monday?
Who the hell is that?
It's a safety for New Orleans.
Some kind of kids that name their kid the coldest.
The coldest Crawford? Oh, damn. Oh, man.
Or Kool-Aid.
Kool-Aid. No, that's his nickname. That's not his real name.
Oh, I thought that was his real name.
Nah, hell no. If you name your son Kool-Aid, you deserve to be in jail.
I mean, Las Vegas has a guy named Sincere, so
that's a cool.
No,
name.
I've
heard Sincere before. Mostly
I've heard
girls,
Sincere.
though. I've never heard of Sincere before.
Yeah, I heard that name a couple times, and more not like 4 or 5 times growing up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shit. All right.
Let's go, y'all.
Let's get some best bets, man. Irv, what's your 2 best bets for this week?
Saints with the points, and give me the under on that. What's the Bills and the Packers? The under is 49, right?
47.5.
47.5.
Under.
Yep. I'm going Bills and Packers under 47.5 too. I think that's great value, especially with the rain and the cold there. And then just because I want to go against Jordan here, I'm going to go Giants -3 or plus 3.5. Plus 3.5.
Plus
Giants.
Plus 3. I'm going Seahawks -3. And then I'm also gonna take the Packers plus 10.5.
I see it at 3.5. Does that change things for you?
Yeah, I would not play it at 3.5. That would be a total stay away for me. I'm seeing it at 3 here, so I would shop around and get the best number. Because if it's at 3.5, I'm not playing it at all. Let me see here. Let me see here. We got Sunday. Seattle -3. Yeah, it's -3 everywhere basically. Seeing all -3s.
Okay. Yeah, I'm still gonna go with Giants plus 3.
All right, well you're gonna.
I like it even better at plus 3.5.
Yeah, well I would too if I was on the dog, but if it was -3.5, I wouldn't even play Seattle. I would just
Riding
stay
with
away.
Gino.
Yep, riding with Gino. Let's go. All right, y'all. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate y'all for hanging out with us. You can catch us on Twitch now, twitch.tv/taproomsports. We'll also be on YouTube Sunday through Wednesday, 9:15ish Pacific Standard Time to whenever we end. Podcast will always be out, Apple, Spotify, wherever you get your podcast fix, you can find it on the next day. Make sure to go to there we go. Make sure to go to Tavour.com or download the Tavour app straight to your mobile device and use promo code TAPROOM for $10 off your first purchase of $25 or more. That's craft beer delivered straight to your front door. You don't even have to leave your seat. What a beautiful concept. For Mr. Big Ball and Ben Larson, for Swervin' Irvin Washington, I'm Jordan Stacks on Stacks on Stacks, lads. We will catch y'all later. Have a beautiful Wednesday. Let's go.
Let's go.
Peace.